Two Ferrari drivers, Pain, but the S is silent for Carlos Sainz. It's basically Pain. And Spain, but the A is silent for Charles Leclerc. So basically spin. So Pain and spin for Ferrari. Oh my god. Hello everyone. Now welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Naren Harwani, a fun content creator on YouTube and Instagram. And today I've got a really special video for y'all. Basically, I'll be reacting to the best memes of the 2022 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and we'll straight away get into it. So yeah, before the start of the Grand Prix, Charles Leclerc lost his watch while giving autograph to fans, and Lollipop Man Comics created a funny joke out of it where there was a conversation between Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo. Lando asking Daniel, Dan, why did the police go to Williams and surround Nicholas when they heard about Charles' watch theft? And Daniel Ricciardo replies, I don't know why. And Lando replies, because they thought he was Latifi. And Lando Norris is running while Ricciardo is trying to hit him. So quite a silly joke by Lollipop Man Comics. Hope you all like that. Here's the next one, a classic Will Buxton meme, which is basically, if it rains, the track will be wet. A classic Will Buxton, I think Netflix Tried to Survive series. He had one of the dialogues was, if you finish first, you are gonna win the race. Which is, I mean, come on, he's loving it, I'm pretty sure, but it is quite crazy, right? So yeah, coming to the qualifying session of the race, the Grand Prix. The qualifying has more red flags than my ex-boyfriend. Oh my god. Actually, it had 5 red flags, and I think Imola GP qualifying has the most number of red flags. It basically broke a record of the most number of red flags during a qualifying session. We had 5 red flags, and it was basically a wet qualifying. Like, this is basically expected of a wet qualifying. It basically takes quite a long time, and long sections as well. Nice one here. Next is basically me watching qualifying. Me watching qualifying. Basically, you kind of finish every work of the day, but the qualifying never ends. It's that long. I think it was more than an hour and a half, I think, or maybe around that time. And but yeah, even despite that, the qualifying was fairly long. Like, usually it's just an hour long, but yeah, it was a wet qualifying. There were a lot of red flags. There were 5 red flags, like we said earlier. So quite a long qualifying, and quite a good one by F1 India meme. The F1 troll, I'm gonna be depressed. Carlos Sainz, oh my god, not the race weekend he expected, or not the qualifying that he expected. Like, he crashed in qualifying session 2, I think, and oh no, that's not where he's supposed. Not where he wanted to be, for sure. He's kind of got the potential in him, and he's got a race winning car as well. Like, or he wouldn't want to miss even a single opportunity. Like, he would want to make the most of it, try and score maximum points for Ferrari, and possibly even be a contender for the championship. But yeah, qualifying was not at all great for Carlos Sainz. He crashed during one of the sessions. The F1 troll, P1, P4 for Mercedes during the practice session, and and when he's trying to wear the specs, is basically P11 and P14. So Mercedes qualified in P11, P14 for the sprint race, but in the practice sessions they kind of finished fastest and P1 and P4. So I mean, again, like, this is not the ideal situation for Mercedes to be in, right? They've won 8 constructors championship in a row before in the turbo hybrid era. Like, the regulations have changed, yes, Lewis Hamilton, not the ideal place you'd want to be. Even in George Russell, like, qualifying P11. I think definitely they'll have to pull up their socks and get the setup right. There's a lot of work for them to do and fight for, at least not for race wins or podium finishes, but at least it'll be great if we see them in the top 6. Yep, the next one, it's basically, this one is the famous Mika Häkkinen pose. It's not a meme, but yeah, I and a few F1 fans got an opportunity to meet, to have a virtual chat with the two-time world champion Mika Häkkinen, and yeah, we were really fortunate to have a chat with him. This was during the 2021 Emilia Grand Prix, so it was quite a crazy chat. Mika Häkkinen kind of shared some really interesting stories with us about his F1 race stories, and on and off the racetrack as well. Like, there's so much to a racing driver, and really interesting session. We kind of chatted for like an hour, 10-15 minutes. So quite a long conversation. It was quite exciting. Didn't feel like ending the conversation at all. But yeah, it was quite fortunate, and really enjoyed the conversation. Totally enjoyed the conversation. He talked a lot about his F1 success stories, and he's raced alongside the likes of Michael Schumacher and Ayrton Senna. So and he's a two-time world champion himself as well. Like, so yeah, quite an interesting chat with the two-time world champion Mika Häkkinen. And here is a glimpse of the chat. Basically, I asking him how did he overtake Michael Schumacher during the 2000 Spa Grand Prix, wherein quite a difficult overtake basically that was. He kind of overtook Michael Schumacher and a backmarker as well. Like, he overtook both of the drivers at the same time. So yeah, here is what he's got to say on that.
Really, really difficult. It was really difficult, and I was so much quicker that time when I had this amazing overtaking against the Michael. I was so much quicker, but he was so amazing to able to close the door all the time. That way, I was not able to overtake him. So so I tell you what, it was very lucky I got this back marker coming on the middle of the track. That way I was able to make this amazing overtaking against the Michael. So it wasn't scary, but afterwards, when I look at the situation at TV, I thought that if this back marker would make a little tiny move, it would be a really fatal.
So yeah, this is what Mika Häkkinen had to say with us during the chat that we had. I'll put the link here. You all can watch that as well. And moving on to the memes.
Everybody's a gangster until
So this is basically Soham. He kind of met us during the race screening. He's from Gigmix, and he kind of shared a very interesting one-liner. Here it is.
Being a Formula 1 and a Max Verstappen fan, just one thing. Everybody's a gangster until Max Verstappen dive bombs on a straight.
Oh shit! This is quite funny for sure. We enjoyed having a conversation with him about the race screening that they organize, and in general as well. Like, quite a fun one. Max Verstappen fan he is, and he had to say that.
Being a Formula 1 and a Max Verstappen fan, just one thing. Everybody's a gangster until Max Verstappen dive bombs on a straight.
Yeah, everybody's a gangster until Max Verstappen dive bombs on the straight. Quite a crazy one. And yeah, Max Verstappen had a crazy race, like, sprint qualifying. Sprint race is not a sprint qualifying. A sprint race, he kind of overtook Charles Leclerc on the penultimate lap, and and took the race win. That was quite interesting, and you know, I think he was right in P2 for the entire sprint race, but on the penultimate lap he overtook Charles Leclerc for the race win. So quite an interesting race, sprint race Max Verstappen had. Coming up next is the start of the race, the start of the 2022 Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, and F1 troll. Basically, it's a 2.5 men meme where he forgets to pick up his son from school, and basically the race director just forgets to activate the DRS, right? Let the drivers start using the DRS zone on the straights. So basically, FIA and the race stewards, what were they up to, man? I think they took quite a freaking long time. I think around lap 35 or around lap 40, they started the DRS activation zone, and drivers were allowed to overtake around that time, which was quite late in the race. But I think fairly they could have started earlier for sure, mainly because it wasn't raining. It was a drying track, and possibly we could have seen more overtakes and during the race, which possibly would have made the race even more exciting. But yeah, hats off to the FIA. So yeah, coming to the next meme, yeah, this one's basically again related to the DRS. It's basically by Lizzie McIntosh, and it's basically what all she could have done before the DRS was enabled. Studying for my sports director degree, stopped by to referee the Chelsea versus West Ham game, become an F1 race director, flown to Italy, quick bowl of pasta, and enable the DRS myself. Oh shit, FIA and the stewards, what are we all up to during activation of the DRS? You all should have possibly activated it way back in time. Next one, coming to the next one, Carlos Sainz. Oh shit, not the race weekend, not the race, not the qualifying, not possibly a sprint race was good for him, but he crashed on the first lap of he didn't crash, but yeah, like it was possibly a racing incident. Daniel Ricciardo bumped into Carlos Sainz, which kind of ended Carlos Sainz's race then and there. He went into the gravel, and oh my god, a race weekend to forget for Carlos Sainz. Carlos trying to end his agony, but Marshall saved his life. Even though Marshall was about to fall when he's just trying to tell Carlos, okay, this is the way out, this is the way out. But yeah, a race a weekend to forget for Carlos Sainz, like, not the right qualifying he wanted. But yeah, good news for him is mainly he got a contract extension with Scuderia Ferrari till 2024, which is fantastic news for him. Yes, he has shown that he is capable of helping Scuderia Ferrari win championships and score good number of points in every race. But unfortunately, things have not fallen in place yet for him in the championship. So Australia also, the last race as well, he had a DNF, and now also, oh my god, let's hope he gets lucky and things start falling in place, and he starts scoring points for Scuderia Ferrari. Good number of points for Scuderia Ferrari. He's already scored points for Scuderia Ferrari. F1 troll. We live in Spain, but the essence silent. This is both for Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso also was involved in Mick Schumacher touched his race car in the first lap of the race. So even his side pod kind of came out in the later part of the race, and he kind of had to go in the pit and stop his car. Not a race, ideal race weekend for Fernando. The race, I think he got good qualifying, and even sprint race was quite good for him. But yeah, the race was not that great for Fernando Alonso. DNF for him. Coming to the next one, this is by F1 Meme and F1 Hindi. Lewis pre-season, I will conquer this world. he said that before the race. the championship, and after the race, mushkil hai. Oh my God, Lewis Hamilton. Oh my God, what? Not an ideal situation he should be in right now. Quite a crazy situation he's in with that Mercedes. Lot of porpoising issues, not the right setup as well, and yep, not an ideal situation for him to be in. I'll conquer this world. He said that before the start of the championship, where one of the journalists asked him, like, do you think your team, cannot give you the right car? And he said that, okay, my team never makes mistakes. And here he is. This time he kind of finished P14. Not an ideal race weekend for Lewis Hamilton. A weekend to forget. Yep, coming to the next one, F1 troll again. POV, you're Lewis Hamilton, and and it's an Alpha Tauri car behind him in his view, like, So he kind of took so much time to overtake. He couldn't overtake Pierre Gasly in the Alpha Tauri, so which is quite unusual. Lewis Hamilton definitely is not the right car, like, the car setup yet. Mercedes have not got that right yet with Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, race weekend to forget for Lewis Hamilton. Again, Formula 1 Galaxy and F1 Humor official. Me waiting for Lewis to make a move on Gasly. That's not happening, guys. I mean, there were so many laps he was just behind Gasly trying to overtake him, but he couldn't overtake Gasly. Next one, again by Formula 1 Galaxy and F1 Humor official. Where does it hurt? Headache, stomachache, and being a Mercedes fan in 2022 every. Oh shit. Yup, Mercedes becoming a meme. Not what they'd expected, but yeah. On another note, George Russell's kind of got good results for Mercedes. He's kind of finished P4 in Bahrain, P5 in Saudi Arabia, P3 in Australia, and P4 in Emilia, Romagna Grand Prix. So he's the only driver to have the top 5 finish in every race of 2022 every year. I think he's been in the right place at the right time, and I think even George Russell, he drove for Williams, which is not a great car for the last 3 years, and I think he still has a lot of. Definitely he's too young, and he has a lot of hunger as well to kind of have a lot of race wins under his belt. And he's been in the right place at the right time, and kind of make the most of the DNFs of Ferrari, of Red Bull as well, and kind of scored good number of points in every race. In fact, he was in P2 as well in the Drivers' Championship for quite some time. So yeah, that's a positive for George Russell and Mercedes. F1 troll again, Lewis Hamilton and Toto Wolff conversation after the race. Toto, I'm sorry, Lewis, the car is undrivable, and Russell finished in P4. So I mean, yeah, it's just quite difficult to kind of take care of tackle this situation, right? A world champion, a 7-time world champion, he's not being able to perform to what he's usually being doing, but yeah, this is going to be a very good debate between whether the car is more important than the driver. So do you all agree whether the car is more important than the driver or no? Let me know in the comments section. This is gonna solve that debate, I think. F1 Humor official, P4, P13, George and Lewis. Sky needs you to find the difference between this car and this car. And Nico Rosberg saying they're the same car. Nico Rosberg, he kind of took a dig at Lewis Hamilton immediately after the race, basically saying that it's the same car. It's more got to do with Lewis Hamilton not being able to get the maximum out of that car and finish in the top positions, right? So a very very smart move by Nico Rosberg. I think he still has that thing with Lewis Hamilton. They were rivals, and 2016 is when Nico Rosberg won the Drivers' Championship. He kind of was very close in 2014 and 2015 for winning the Drivers' Championship. He was the contender as well, but they were in the same teams, and and they were best of the teammates as well, best of friends as well. But that turned out into a rivalry. And 2016 is when finally Nico Rosberg defeated Lewis Hamilton for the Drivers' Championship, and the rest is history. Coming up to the next one by Formula cursed comments. Champagne without the champ. So it's basically just pain for Charles Leclerc. Oh my god. Shit. It was a really good race until that spin in the closing stages of the race. Like, they did a really good strategy by pitting him for a new set of softs as well. I was discussing this with my friend Ankush during the race as well. Like, if they pit him and give him like good 15 to 20 laps to kind of just try and make it up and try to overtake Perez for P2, at least they could have got P2. They were in P3. At least they could have overtook Perez for P2. But they pitted. They had like good 15 laps towards the end of the race. But unfortunately, Charles tried to push a little more than usual, and he got held by the curbs and kind of spun. And instead of gaining positions, he kind of lost quite a lot of positions. Damage limitation situation for him. But yeah, he finished P6, which is fairly decent, not that bad, and he's still in the lead of the Drivers' Championship by 27 points. So, bad race end for Charles Leclerc, but let's hope he doesn't make mistakes in the upcoming races, and the championship fight is close with Max Verstappen throughout the season. The next one, Formula 1 Galaxy and F1 Numa official. Sainz in the opening laps, Leclerc in the closing laps, and Tifosi are crying. Oh my god. This is usually what used to happen. Ferraris didn't have the best of the championships, best of the seasons in the previous years until this year, where they're kind of leading the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors' Championship as well. So, one race. I think hope it's a one-off race where both Ferrari drivers didn't have the best of race, and this was their home Grand Prix as well, right? In Italy, racing in Italy, a lot of Ferrari fans came there to support them. It would have been great if either of them would have made the podium, at least not win the race, but at least a podium would have been even better. But yeah, race weekend to forget for Carlos Sainz, and learn for Charles Leclerc, and hopefully they can pull up their socks and fight back and again with the likes of Red Bull in the next race, the Miami Grand Prix. Okay, coming up to the next one, it's basically another meme. Imola GP results, Lewis and Toto in a voice.
लेकिन हमसे ज़्यादा दुखी दो और लोग थे.
It's basically a Three Idiots meme, and where both engineers are saying Lewis and Toto, हम दुखी थे, but हमारे से ज़्यादा दुखी दूसरे दो लोग थे, which is basically Ferrari drivers. So yeah, I think both Mercedes, Ferrari didn't have the ideal race weekends at all. Good races for one of the drivers, but not an ideal for the other race driver. F1 Numa official, coming to the next one by F1 Numa official. Two Ferrari drivers, pain, but the S is silent for Carlos Sainz. It's basically pain. And Spain, but the A is silent for Charles Leclerc. So it's basically spin. So pain and spin for Ferrari. Oh my god. Definitely, oh my god. Not an ideal race weekend for Ferrari, man. I think lots to take back from this weekend for Scuderia Ferrari, and I hope they kind of perform better than this in the upcoming race. Again, the next one, Ferrari in the remaining GPs, Ferrari in their home Grand Prix. Oh my god, yeah, they're so strong in the first three races until the home Grand Prix, the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. They're strong, yes, but made quite a few mistakes which they shouldn't have. But yeah, it is. This is F1 2022, guys. Coming to the next one, F1 chose violence with this graphic. Max Verstappen leading Lewis Hamilton by 77.59 seconds. Max Verstappen P1, Lewis Hamilton P14. Definitely, yes, F1 chose war with this graphic. I think they were 2021 season, guys. I think that was one of the most insane F1 season we've witnessed, and the likes of Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton battling against each other till the final lap of the final race. We didn't have a championship winner till the final lap, right? So quite a crazy rivalry we've witnessed in 2021 and 2022. Max Verstappen lapped Lewis Hamilton. Not an ideal situation for Lewis Hamilton. On another note, Max Verstappen has still won every race he's finished this year. So he's got 2 DNFs and he's won 2 races. Man, that guy's something. Also, he's achieved his second ever Grand Slam. I think the first one was Australia, and this one is Emilia Romagna. Pole position, led every lap of the race and won the race as well. Coming up to the next one is basically the cool down room, which made his comeback in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Quite exciting to see that, and and they're seeing something. They're seeing something on television. I think it was, and yeah, there's a meme where basically all three, what are they witnessing on the television screen in the cool down room, and it's basically Max Verstappen overtaking Lewis Hamilton, lapping Lewis Hamilton. And the next one is, they're laughing, oh my god. The next one, Bottas, yep, everyone like a Bottas classic meme, and Charles Leclerc spinning, oh my god, come on Charles, come on. I hope we don't see more mistakes by Charles Leclerc in the upcoming races. Moving on to the next one, do you ever look at stuff and wonder how it got there? George Russell, oh my god, yeah, he's been in the right positions at the right time, I think, and made the most of the DNFs made by Ferrari and Red Bull, which is really good, and he scored points in every race, and he's finished in top 5. He's the only driver who's finished in top 5 in every race, so hats off to George Russell, yep. Moving on to the next one, this is basically a image of myself with both the Ferrari drivers, Scuderia Ferrari drivers. This is back in 2020 Imola Grand Prix. I had an opportunity to virtually meet Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc, and it was the best days of my life for sure. And it was quite a crazy conversation I had with them. We spent like good 20-25 minutes, and yeah, it was just quite crazy. I was tired, I was excited, I was nervous, I was hungry. There's so many emotions running the other day, and yeah, I didn't know how the call would go, right? I didn't know what to speak. Like, there's Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel. You're gonna meet them, and you don't know what you're gonna speak, right? So it was quite a nervous moment, but yeah, I think everything went quite well. Laura Winter, she kind of did an excellent job. We kind of got up before the conversation, and she kind of ensured that everyone wasn't that nervous before the call, and everything went very well. I'll put up the link here so that you all can give it a watch if you all would like to, and enjoy that conversation as well. The next one, basically, yeah, it's a clip of how that conversation went. And one of the questions that the fans asked is basically, what are your favorite drinks to both Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel, to which they replied, here is their reply.
What are your favourite drinks, guys, when you are allowed to party and to go to the club?
Jaeger bomb.
Jaeger bomb. Sebastian Vettel's like Jaeger bomb.
Moscow Mule.
Charles Leclerc like Moscow Mule.
Moscow Mule is nice. I like to have a drink, and I like to hug people. I'm a hugger. If I get drunk, I'm a hugger.
This was very interesting. Sebastian Vettel says that if I get drunk, I'm a hugger, and I like to hug people. So, these things we don't know about drivers, right? We just see them racing, and there's so many exciting questions we as fans got to ask them. Like, I asked them whether Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc are superstitious or no. I asked them also to take us through the first wins for Scuderia Ferrari. I think Scuderia Ferrari, racing for Scuderia Ferrari is like, it's crazy. It must be so much of an adrenaline rush, right? And after winning the race with that team, might be quite crazy experience for sure. So I asked them that favorite drinks is what they have, and which other sports person did do they kind of look up to other than motorsports. So that also they answered, and quite an exciting chat, and I'll put the link here if you all would like to watch it. Moving on to the next meme. Okay, it's not a meme, it's basically the market. It's basically the silly season. The silly season already started. The market is already moving, things are moving, but I can't say because they told me not to say anything. The one that leaves does not surprise me. The one that arrives, yes. Well, it's a change of drivers between teams. So there's lots lot of talks actually start happening during the start of the year only, because teams have to confirm the drivers by the mid of the year. So they kind of analyze how the driver's performing and kind of confirm the seat for the next year as well. So silly season has already started, and let me know what are your thoughts on this. What does this guy mean by the one that leaves does not surprise me, the one that arrives yet? Well, it is a change of drivers between teams. So let me know which drivers and which teams is he talking about, whether it's Red Bull, Aston Martin, Mercedes. We don't know. Alright, that was quite a crazy one. The next one basically is the name of the Grand Prix, the Formula 1 Rolex dell'Italia di Romagna, Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. So yeah, this is a meme based on the name of the race, which is freaking long name, man.
Iyer. Venugopal Iyer. Venugopal Iyer. Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer. Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer. Chinnaswamy Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer. Perambadura Chinnaswamy Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer. Yekkaparampila Perambadura Chinnaswamy Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer. Trichipalli Yekkaparampila Perambadura Chinnaswamy Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer. Srinivasana Trichipalli Yekkaparampila Perambadura Chinnaswamy Muttuswamy Venugopal Iyer.
Such a freaking long name. I mean, the F1 team, they've done an excellent job in kind of deciding the race name, the official race name as well, to which I gave it a shot during a chat with Ankush Ahuja, the race review that we did together. And here is how it went.
One very interesting question: if you could just name the entire Grand Prix name, like if you could just try it out.
Oh man, that is so difficult.
No, I have it in front of me. If you could just try and.
Well, I just love to call it Emilia Romagna GP or Imola.
He just called it Emilia
so much
Romagna
easier to say
or
that.
Okay,
Imola
I
GP, which kind
couldn't say it, but yeah.
of makes sense, yeah.
Formula One, Rolex,
Italia.
I couldn't say that all.
Prix,
It
Romagna,
was
Grand Prix, but I'm so
quite
sure it's wrong.
confusing.
But yeah, here it is.
This is a freaking
I'll
long
just,
name,
Try
guys.
and it's Formula One, Rolex, Gran Premio, del Made in Italy, E del Emilia Romagna 2022 Grand Prix.
Even after seeing it, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to name the official name of the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. It is quite a long one. And yeah, that was pretty much it. The race, the reaction of the memes. Wait, there's one more. Last one. Race is ended. F1 Nemo official. Hamilton returning to Imola. And he still has the AlphaTauri truck in front of him. So still, even after the race is ended, Lewis Hamilton is still behind the AlphaTauri. Oh shit, quite a crazy one. I mean, yeah, but it's not an ideal situation to be in for Lewis Hamilton Mercedes, but hope they can kind of fight back and get Lewis Hamilton a great car, have the right setup, and hopefully Lewis Hamilton can be in the mix in the front of the grid and fight for podium finishes maybe, or even in P top 6. I think that'll be great as well. So yeah, let's hope that we can see that quite soon, and I think we'll wrap the meme reactions here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you all did enjoy this, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Naren Harwani, and I'll see you soon, and I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming Miami GP. Thanks everyone.